Good morning, students. Sairam, welcome back. Today we shall see the next attribute of table tag, that is CallSpan. The CallSpan attribute in HTML specifies the number of columns a cell should span. It allows the single table cell to span the width of more than one cell or column. CallSpan can be used with TD and TH element while creating an HTML table. The CallSpan attribute, when used with TD tag, determines the number of standard cells it should span. The syntax is TD space CallSpan is equal to value. The value specifies the number of columns that the cells fills. The value must be an integer. The CallSpan attribute, when used with TH tag, determines the number of header cells it should span. The syntax for this is TH space CallSpan is equal to value. The value specifies the number of columns that the cell fills. The value must be a integer. Now let us practically execute the attribute called span. Let us start with the basic tags. HTML, the title for this is CallSpan. Table border is equal to 1. Start with the first row using tr tag, and the heading is table using CallSpan. Close the row tag. Now save the file and refresh the browser. If we observe the browser, only single column is displayed. Now let us move on to the next row. The next row data is general stores. Close the row tag, save the file and refresh the browser. The second row data is displayed. If you want it in center, TD space align is equal to center. Save the file. Refresh the browser. The second row data is centered. Now we'll start with the third row. Open TR tag, enter the data. The first data is item slash description. Close the data tag. The second data is quantity. The third data is price per unit. And the fourth data is total. Close the row tag. Save the file and refresh the browser. So if you observe the third row, we have 4 columns, whereas the first row and the second row is not spanned. So we will span the first row and second row to 4 columns. How to do that? TH space CallSpan is equal to 4. Similarly, TD space CallSpan is equal to, in the double quotes, 4, comma, save the file and refresh the browser. You observe that the first row and the second row is spanned for 4 columns. Now we will start with the next row. Open TR tag. The first item here is sugar, and quantity is 5 kg. The price of the sugar is 50 per kg. The total is 250. Close the row tag. Save the file. Refresh the browser. If you observe the total, it is left aligned. Let us right align the total. What to do? TD space align is equal to, in the double quotes, right. Close the double quotes. Save the file and refresh the browser. Now the data is right aligned. We'll start with the next row. The second element here is cooking oil. quantity is 2 kgs. The price per kg is 200. And the total is 400. TD space align is equal to right, so that the total will be right aligned. Close the row tag. Save the file and refresh the browser. So cooking oil 2 kg, 200 and 400. Let us start writing the third data. Open the row tag, TR, write the data for it. Soap, quantity we need 4 pieces. Price per unit is 40. Total is 160. Close the row tag. Save the file. Refresh the browser. Now in the next row, we will total, subtotal the total. That is the total before the tax. TD CallSpan is equal to 3. So that means it is spanning 3 columns. The total is close the TR tag, save the file, refresh the browser. So your subtotal is spanned for 3 columns. Now coming to the next row, TD space CallSpan is equal to double quotes 2. So here it is spanning 2 columns, that is tax is spanning for 2 columns. Save the file, refresh the browser. You observe tax is spanned for 2 columns and the price per unit, that is percentage, on the total tax. Now we will calculate the total bill in the next row. Start with the TR tag, TD CallSpan is equal to the double quotes 3. So here we are spanning 3 columns. Close the TR tag, save the file and refresh the browser. So total bill is spanned for 3 columns and the total is also displayed. So the first row is spanning 4 columns, the second row is spanning 4 columns, and the subtotal is spanning 3 columns, and tax is spanning through 2 columns, and total bill is spanning 3 columns. So children, this was a simple program using the attribute CallSpan. We shall continue with the next class and see some more attributes of table tag. Thank you.